All right, Gridiron Dice and Drives. This is the 1960 Continental Football League. Week 3, Game 3. This is a league game. The 0-2 Muncie Flyers are in New York in the Big Apple to face the 2-0 Tycoons. The 2-0 Tycoons have scored 9 points in 2 games, all of them coming on the leg of their superstar defensive back and place kicker Walker, who's also their punter. And a brilliant defense, which has stymied 2 opponents. New York Tycoons have yet to give up a point in the 1960 season. Muncie Flyers, well, they're 0-2. They have not done so well. Again, they have a great defense, good ball security, but the New York Tycoons have a +2 ball security, a +2 takeaway. Muncie does have the better return team, better field goal kicking. Their punt coverage and kick coverage unit's not very good. Over here we have a coverage unit as well. Yeah, no doubt New York is the team to beat. Let's go ahead and check the weather. New York with a +0 modifier. The weather is 2. Where's my weather chart? The weather chart is 2. Cold. Oh, no effect except for health. So it's cold. Uh-oh. And that is a +1 injury to either team. So if an injury pops up in this game, folks, there's a better chance somebody ain't getting up. All right. Let's go ahead and flip odd. Muncie wins the coin toss. They do not. New York will take the ball. Again, this team has not given up a point yet this year. They have won both their games on the leg of Walker. And Muncie has struggled mightily. But they're not as bad as their record would indicate. Of course, 0-2 isn't the end of the world. However, they would like to win a game. All right, we don't do the kickoff to start. It's automatically New York gets the luxury of a decent return to start. You can see again, it's an option. You can kick it if you want. I like to look at the first kickoff in the second half, start of the second half. I sometimes roll, but I like to think of those as touchbacks, where they got the ball and knelt down in the end zone. All right, New York goes to work with by the way, both teams have a defensive edge, so this ought to be another very low-scoring game. So +2 for New York is going to be no man's land. No man's land 5 might be. For once, we don't have high wins. No man's land 5 is going to be a pinning punt. They're going to pin their opponent deep. Pinning punt. And Muncie, who needs all the help they can get. Fortunately, both teams, by the way, are completely healthy. They have no lasting injuries. And that's good because Muncie has 1 home game this season. They will literally be on the road in every game. Remember, when I created the schedules, teams have to roll their schedule rate to try to lure teams, talk teams into coming to their house. You can also choose to go on the road as far as that goes, so you at least get games. They could not pull but 1 opponent. So Muncie, it's going to be a good thing they're not hurt because the more road games you're on, the harder it is to recover. Muncie is spending a mint on planes and buses and hotel rooms. Their owner, Grant, cannot be happy about that. So Muncie, not having 0-2 with another 5 road games this year, not too happy. All right, anyway, let's get playing here. All right, and Muncie is going to be -1. They're also -1 due to field position. They're going to have to punt. And New York, it'll be fascinating to see who's the first team. I don't think New York's given a point. New York, I think, has literally won 6-0 and 3-0, right? New York has won 6-0 and 3-0. So it's going to be just kind of exciting to see who scores against New York first. All right, here we go. Oh, they're going to give up a big play to this defense. -4 is a turnover. New York, turnover 5. This is not good. New York's ball security, though, +2. So we're looking at the danger. What did I roll? Danger is 5 on the -2 chart. It's going to be avoided. They end up avoiding the turnover, and they have to punt. So they act like they've scooped up a fumble, and they find out the whistle was blown and the ball was down. They wave off the fumble, and New York has to punt. In its normal field position for Muncie, +0. All right, well, Muncie almost made something happen there. Wow, 665. It's going to be a +0, and that's going to be another punt. And the final drive by New York in the first quarter in the Big Apple Stadium is going to be +4. I think they might get something. It's an FGR. Okay, field goal rate -1. The weather, of course, is decent. Field goal range is what that means. So we got to go to a different chart for field goal range. So there is what's called productive drive, which can lead to a field goal, and then we have in field goal range, which implies that they're kicking it, right? So productive drive might end in a punt or a missed field goal, but field goal range means they made it into field goal range and they're trying to make the field goal. So field goal range 6 on a -1 should be good. -1.6 is good. There it is. Field goal good. And now it is New York. Muncie 0, New York 3. And guess what? Walker has scored every point for New York this year. And that ends the first quarter. New York 3, Muncie 0. The New York defense doing what they've done all year. They are quashing opponents. And Walker is getting all the points they need. Muncie starts the second quarter. Unbelievable. New York consistent as heck. +1 punt. Oh, wait, excuse me. I got to do the return. Sorry, kick return is 5. It's going to be out to the 0. And +1 is a punt. New York, got to remember to do that kickoff. +0. All right, New York, can they add to their lead? +1. New York's going to have to punt. Muncie, from normal field position, they're going to get +4, folks, against this defense. That's going to be a field goal range. You know, we got a problem, though. I rolled a 1 on the fast eye. +1. Can they make it on a +1 field goal rate? +1, and I rolled a 1. It's a miss. Field goal attempt fails. Man, and the New York fans beside themselves. A missed field goal is a +1. For New York, New York has a short field, and they're going to work. +3, +4, field goal range again for them. Walker back onto the field with a 3. Walker is a -1 on a 3. Is a miss. Field goal fails for Walker and his adoring young fans who have been wearing his uniform and have purchased his black and white autographed photo of him punting the ball, are all now on the verge of tears. These 6- and 7-year-old young fans of their hero Walker in New York can't believe he missed the kick. Muncie goes to work -1. It's going to be a punt. In New York, +1, -1's even, still a punt. Sorry about that. And last but not least, New York before halftime with a normal field position. Can they add to their lead? It's going to be -1. They will not. They will punt. Oh my gosh, folks. They had 2 field goals missed. In the second, it is 3-0 New York. New York also has to kick off to start the second half. Remember, the second half kickoff is also generally not done. And we can see that as, touchbacks, right? All right, here we go. We got a +1 for Muncie. Muncie, it's a punt. The New York defense has been remarkably consistent this year. It's going to be -2. It's going to be a punt. Muncie, again, both teams have a defensive edge, so this should be very low scoring, like pulling teeth, right? Painful and not very productive. -1 punt. New York coming to the end of the third quarter, and they're going to get a +2. That's going to be no man's land. And a 6. That might be, -1. That was to say, that might be a field goal. No man's land. Oh, wait, no man's land is not a check. Long field goal attempt on a +1 or +2. A 0 or worse is missed. So they miss a long field goal. So again, the fans in virtual tears as their hero misses his second kick of the day. And Muncie gets the ball with a +1 to end the third quarter. Can they take advantage of the field position? Nope. +2 is going to be no man's land. 6 for them. They have a +1 field goal kicker. That is a field goal. Field goal good. Oh, damn. They've tied the game at the end of the third. The Muncie Flyers, who have been spending their frickin' 1960 season on the road, they don't know what it's like to play in their own stadium. They won't know until next week. I think next week, and then I think they go on another 3-game road trip before their season comes to an end, I think. Anyway, they're starting the fourth quarter, and they've tied the game. The fans in New York getting very nervous now as the Muncie Flyers place kicker, starring, has challenged Walker. Both of them have missed field goals. Walker's missed 2, and his status among the New York fandom of being the hero of New York might be wavering a bit here. Kickoff for New York is 3. It's a okay kick return out to the 25, and they go to work. It's going to be +2. No man's land, but again, we already know no man's land. 1 is a punt. Muncie with a real chance here to win this game on the road against the undefeated New York Tycoons. It's going to be +1 punt. Man, it's unbelievable. You just don't know what's going to come up. Come on. I kind of want to see Muncie dethrone New York. Oh, 666. Oh, my God. It's going to be a punt. And Muncie gets the ball with they've got 1 drive left after this. So they don't have to score here, but it would be good to put pressure on New York. They're going to get +3. It's a productive drive of 6. This may be a score with a field goal 1. +1. Productive drive made. Oh my God. Starring with a go-ahead field goal makes it 6-3. Muncie, New York with 1 drive remaining, and the crowd stunned as Muncie's place kicker nails a kick, giving them the lead late in the fourth, and it's going to be a normal return. New York's final chance to tie or take the lead, and it is +1. +1 is a punt. They have no choice on 4th and 9 in their own 15. They got to punt the ball away. Muncie's going to get it back, and Muncie must finish the game with a roll because they could turn it over, and it is going to be, -3 is a turnover, bad punt. Oh my God, 3. Turnover, bad punt. Let's see here. Fast I 1-4 is punt trouble. So it's a bad punt. Our punt for them, I mean, this could kill Muncie if they return it for a touchdown or something. Punt 0, coverage -2, -3. Oh my God, their punt trouble is horrible. We got to roll another fast die, though, on this. 6. Turnover. Oh, my God. They turn over. Oh, and I think all that's going to do is give New York a bonus. Let me double check. Bad punt turnover. Yeah, it's going to be... Yep, it's going to be +1. So I'll say, let's see here. They had the turnover, bad punt. We're going to say blocked punt. Blocked punt late. FP +1 for New York, but time expires, and now those young fans of number 91, Walker, the hero of New York, missed 2 kicks in a game that would have won it for them. They would have won 9-6. Muncie's kicker steals the show in the place-kicking capital of the Continental Football League. New York is 2-1, Muncie 1-2. And now all of these young fans of Walker in tears as they have been outplayed by the 0-2 Muncie Flyers. You know how it is with your young fans. You're at home, you love your team, you love your hero, and a team that's 0-2, these kids spend all week talking about how their team's going to whoop the stinky Muncie Flyers. And the Muncie Flyers come in here at 0-2, and they play New York to an absolute brawl. and they get the game-winning field goal in the final. That would be the final 4 minutes of action. They get the go-ahead field goal, which turns into the game-winning field goal. And there we have it, folks. Another game of the Continental Football League in Gridiron. Muncie on the road with a big win, 6-3. New York has only mustered field goals. They have not been able to do anything beyond that. But remember, they're a defensive team with a good ball security and a good takeaway. So New York is still a solid team. Muncie is a defensive team with good ball security. They just don't have the bonus takeaway. Muncie's the better team if you're going to look at the chance at making field goals. New York, ironically, with their hero Walker, is actually not very good. There's just no one in the league knows it because this guy won games kicking field goals, and so he's a natural hero of the New York fans. Next up, the last game of the week is Portsmouth versus Raleigh. Let's take a look. I'll do that with a coffee tomorrow morning. Portsmouth Sharks. And let me go ahead and put these two away. And nobody suffered an injury. That's good. So these guys are staying up. Muncie can't afford it. They will never recover being a road team all year. Let's find Raleigh. There's Raleigh. Raleigh is a defensive team. Portsmouth, that's right. I only have one team in the league with +1 offenses. Portsmouth, what was the game on the schedule? Portsmouth at Raleigh. So tomorrow morning I'll be setting up for coffee and another game of this brilliant Gridiron. Portsmouth, good ball security, great takeaway, great defense, bad field goal kicker, brilliant return team. So they're interesting. On the flip side is Raleigh, great defense, great takeaway, horrible ball security, not bad, but a -1 head coach, not very good. Brilliant field goal kicking, brilliant return team, horrible punting team. So again, I honestly don't know. And their weather, I've got them at -1 because they're in Raleigh, so the weather shouldn't be bad. So it's going to be epic. And Raleigh, when I created the teams, I rolled up their schedule rate. They are the best in the league at drawing talent. So again, Raleigh, you can imagine, well, why would that be? I don't know. Raleigh built a beautiful big stadium. They got, what this would entail is a fan base. So what would schedule rate mean? For those who wonder why we have this, well, generally it would be historically big teams that get enough people into the stands that they can share gate revenue like 60-40, 70-30 with the visiting team, and that visiting team will make more money going to New York than they would be at home selling 2,500 tickets. So what this means in the grand scheme of things, why would Raleigh be such a great scheduling team? Well, teams might want to visit Raleigh, the weather, a beautiful stadium, and Raleigh has ravenous fans that fill their stadium up, and the owner might juice by giving them a 60-40 or a 55-45 gate split or something. The owner might do something to get teams there. So that just means that it's easy when Raleigh invites a team or wants to invite a team to come to their house. They have to make a roll from 1 to 5 that team will come. So Raleigh's just really good at bringing teams to them. However, in the first roll of my season ever, I had Raleigh invite Allentown, and Raleigh failed. I rolled a 6. And then I said, well, Allentown said, screw you, I'm going to invite New York. And then Allentown failed. That's why neither Allentown or Raleigh had a game in my first week. And then I realized, that could happen more often than I want. So I went ahead and made non-league teams. And so if, let's say, Raleigh fails to pull their team, Raleigh could at least go to a non-league team or invite a non-league team, and that team that's refused could then invite somebody and vice versa. So it just allowed me to make sure I didn't have too many holes in a team's schedule, right? Which is, fine. Doesn't break anything, makes it all work great. And what's cool is I don't know the schedule really until I start rolling at that. That's kind of a mini game. You set your teams up, build your league, and then you sit down to start building the schedule. And week 1, who invites who and who accepts, and that. So it's like a mini game. Before I even started the season, I had a mini scheduling game, which was very fun. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.